You're walking, somebody comes and, makes a loud noise next to you, or creates some situation where something passes very close to you, or in yoga, there's a classic example of throwing a rope and saying snake. So when this happens, how much your energies will jangle will tell you how stable your energy system is. When you're surprised, when you're not prepared for something, how does your system respond to it? Or is it a violent reaction, or does it respond in a certain way? So there are two approaches to this. If you are planning to participate, let's say you want to race, let's say a car race or a motorcycle race, you have a machine and yourself, you want to race. Now what you do is, first thing is, you prepare the machine so that on the grid, you are at least one of the best machines parked there. Because otherwise there's no point, it doesn't matter how good a driver you are, you're not going anywhere. So preparing the machine becomes very important. Then of course driving. Another way is you just go into your office, your machine, that kind of machine, but you drive carefully and get to the office. Your purpose is fulfilled. You don't need that kind of a machine. You don't need that kind of a machine which will perform at that level. You just have to drive carefully, don't hit anybody, get to the office and come back home. You know one wheel is little like this, so you drive carefully, not hurting that wheel. Yes, a lot of people are doing such things. So it depends on the purpose for which you're using this. So here, if you want to look at this as yourself and the machine, you want to keep this at a certain level of performance on all levels of life, then first thing is to prepare your energy system so that it can take any kind of beating. Most important, that you prepare your energies in such a way, whatever havoc happens, it is fine, it doesn't get jangled. I used to do this test for some people, we have given up such things these days. Surprises, in the sense, way back we did these things. You're walking, somebody comes and, makes a loud noise next to you, or creates some situation where something passes very close to you, or in yoga, there's a classic example of throwing a rope and saying snake. So when this happens, how much your energies will jangle will tell you how stable your energy system is. When you're surprised, when you're not prepared for something, how does your system respond to it? Or is it a violent reaction, or does it respond in a certain way? This is a beautiful story. Can I tell you a story? Sunday evening, don't fall asleep, okay? There was a spiritual movement which was in central India at one time. A very intense movement. A guru with a few hundred monks, and people started going there to the center. They lived in the forest, but everybody went there. Those days, spiritual movements did not have to go fundraising because the kings always supported. When they saw somebody's doing something spiritually oriented, they were funded and never asked how they run their business because it was understood, it was done with utmost integrity. So, some of the ministers who were in the court were little upset with this particular movement where the Guru had developed his monks in such a way that they are very proud, strong people. They do not bow down to the ministers and the courtiers, they do their own thing. When you do your own thing, lots of trouble, you should ask me. So, these people thought, these guys taking money from us, but they don't listen to us, they do their own thing. At different points in the growth of Isha, people have offered help conditionally and we've always refused it, for which we made lots of enemies, simply because we did not take their help. We refused because it was conditional. See, so many people, wonderful people have donated so much money to make this happen. We've not written anybody's name anywhere. I said, I will not write your name, nor will I write my name on anything. In this place, which is considered sacred, no. Tomorrow somewhere if you build a hospital or something, maybe we'll write your name. But in a spiritual place, we are not going to write your name. But in spite of that, wonderful people donated. All others were upset that if we donate, can we… See, I'm drawing every creature out here. Okay.
Hi everyone, welcome to a special masterclass on Mind Valley. Now in this masterclass, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the most profound ideas I've ever…
Whatever the bird does, you must pardon him, okay? That's what he knows. Okay. So the ministers tried to poke the king. These guys take money from us, they're not listening to us, like this, they're so arrogant. So the king asked, have they done anything wrong? They tried to find this and that, they didn't find anything wrong. But they said, that's not the point. They don't look like spiritual people, they look strong, they look well-fed and they're proud of themselves. This is not spirituality. Spirituality means they must clink around all the time, slinking around like that. That is our understanding of spirituality. These guys looking like soldiers. So, the king said, okay, let me talk to the Guru. And he called the Guru. So, king told him the problem, this is the problem I have. Ministers are telling me we should stop all funding to you because you guys don't look like yogis. You're walking like that, upright. You must walk like this in front of people who've given you money. So the king asked, see, I don't understand any of these things, but I'm asking you sincerely, is there some spiritual work happening there or not? The Guru said, I don't want to say anything because such a question has come up in your mind, I don't want to say anything, but you experiment. Let us check them out, whether spirituality is happening or not. Let's do one thing, you come with me. So, king put on a disguise so that he is not recognized. The king and the Guru, it was peak summertime, so generally it was the habit for people to sleep outside their homes, in their gardens. So they went to the minister's house. And the Guru took a pail of water and threw it He was fast asleep on his bed and threw it on his face. The guy got up screaming and shouting and, abusing mothers, sisters, everybody of whoever dropped this water on him. And from there they left quietly. And the other person who was a chief counselor, they went to his house. He was also sleeping outside. And he was sleeping with his wife next to him. And they went and threw water on him. He got up and started beating her. In his mind, the most nasty things can only be done by the wife. He started beating her and abusing her. Then the Guru said, "You come." And he took him to his ashram, where there also all these monks were sleeping outside. So they went and put some water on one guy. He got up, "Shiva!" They put water on another guy, "Shambho!" So the Guru said, this is the difference. Now, none of these people are conscious, they're fast asleep. When you put water, how they respond cannot be a cultivated response, can't be a pretentious response. It just happens. So, this is the simple way. So those checks we are not doing on you these days because we have a thermometer with which we're checking you anyway. Yes we don't do such crude checks anymore, we just… there was a thermometer means, earlier thermometers used to be rectal thermometer, you had to undress to check your temperature. Then the thermometer became, you had to open your mouth and put it inside. Then they started doing armpit. Now, so technology improving. Like that only, we have set up other kinds of checks for you, which we shouldn't tell you because you may pretend. If you have temperature and you want to fly, if you had a way of controlling your temperature or put some cold water upon yourself, eat an ice cream. We did that when we were going to school, I'm telling you these technologies. We went and they want to, "Ajay, I'm feeling feverish today, I don't want to go because there's a cricket match in the afternoon somewhere, the local area. If I go to school, I won't be able to attend. So, I'm feeling temperature, feverish. I come here, thermometer because my father's a doctor. So go into the bathroom, take hot water, gurgle that and come. So, there are ways to get temperature, there are ways to put down temperature, okay? Don't do this now, you're endangering others' lives. So, if you are building yourself up in such a way that you want to be in such a state, life and death you can handle effortlessly. If that is your intent, then the only way to work is to stabilize the energy, to enhance the energy system. And being joyful, being loving, it is not even an intent, it will naturally happen because, see, right now your machine is really good. Speed is not even an intent, even without you knowing, it'll happen.
I hope you like it. It was about increasing your life energy, how you can increase your life energy. I follow him a lot these days because I have a lot of time. I just hope you'll like it. Stay positive, stay home and stay healthy. Love you, good night.